Hello and welcome back to Connected with Eva. I want to start this episode with a quick story. So 2 years ago, I worked with a lovely girl at a fashion show, which was unpaid, by the way, as many of them are, and we kept in touch afterwards. Recently, she reached out, and if you're listening, honestly, your message is what sparked today's episode because I was feeling a little uninspired. So definitely needed that message to prompt the idea for today's episode. Your message reminded me of something so many of us struggle with, this feeling that everyone else is doing more, achieving more, living more. And in the age of social media, it's like comparison has become a full-time hobby, except no one chose it, no one wants it, no one likes the feeling it creates. Today I want to talk about social media, impact, comparison, self-perception, and the way our insecurities quietly shape how we interpret what we see out there. I want this to be a reminder that we're all human, and none of us are floating above the messiness of life, no matter what our grid looks like. The message I mentioned, and similar ones I get pretty regularly from other people online, often sound something like, how are you working so much? How do you get so many opportunities? You're always doing something. And I have to laugh because often the day I receive those messages, I am in bed, hair in a mess, zero motivation, absolutely not working so much. Sometimes I'm not working at all. And what's funny, or kind of sad really, is that even while someone is telling me they think I'm doing everything, I'm looking at someone else thinking they are doing everything. It kind of becomes like a chain of comparison. I'm comparing myself to others, someone else is comparing themselves to me, and someone out there is probably comparing themselves to them. It's endless, and it's just how social media is structured. It's the way it makes you act. And this is the part we forget. Social media is a tiny window into a very curated reality. It's not like it's fake, right? But it's filtered, selective, controlled. And when you only see the highlights, you fill in the blanks with assumptions. You see someone's peak moment and assume that every moment before or after looks exactly the same. The truth is, we don't react to what we see. We react to the story we tell ourselves about what we see. We create a narrative from a picture. Our brain creates that narrative. It fills in all the gaps. So you see someone posting daily workout clips and suddenly you think, wow, they're so disciplined. I'm falling behind. Well, actually, I've been going to the gym for like 3 weeks, almost every day. It's just how it works with comparison. But maybe that person, who's posting these workout clips, they recorded all of them in one day. Maybe because they were feeling good and now they're exhausted and haven't worked out in a week. Maybe, maybe not, but you don't know. We never know. It's just what we assume. You might see someone traveling constantly, but maybe those pictures are from one holiday they took 3 months ago. You see someone announcing something new and you think, I should be doing more, I'm not doing enough. Why? There's more things that I could be doing. But maybe what that person announced is something they've been sitting on for a year, questioning, doubting, procrastinating, and you're only seeing the final 1%. When you as a viewer see that, you're like, oh, there's something brewing here. I'm not doing anything. But you might be doing so much. On social media, we mistake visibility for consistency. And we mistake consistency for success. In all that observation of what's happening out there, we forget to celebrate our own consistencies. We forget to see them. We forget to notice them. We forget to see our bigger picture. Another part of this is projection. We project our insecurities onto other people's content, even when they didn't intend to give off anything. Social media becomes this mirror, but a distorted one, where what you see is more about your own fears than the person you're looking at. If you're feeling insecure about your career, about where you are right now, everyone online suddenly looks like they're thriving professionally. If you're feeling stagnant, even the smallest achievements from others feel like giant reminders of where you should be. And that word should is toxic. Should is the language of insecurity. Should is the word that removes us from the present moment. And what we're actually doing right now, and all the accomplishments we have at this very moment. You could say, I should be doing more, I should be achieving faster, I should be further along, and that's all just imaginary. When you start saying these things, it's never enough. There's always more. who set the timeline, often it's just the pressure we absorb from seeing others post their best moments. I mean, actually, what were our lives before social media? One thing comparison steals quietly without asking, and that's very important, is gratitude. Because when you're constantly looking at what others have, you lose sight of what you have. And gratitude needs presence. It needs stillness. It needs a moment to breathe. But if you're always scrolling, always comparing, always measuring yourself against others, there's no room left to appreciate your own life. It's like living in a house full of beautiful things, but only staring out the window at someone else's. So the beautiful things in your own house start rotting. No achievement feels big enough. No moment feels satisfying enough. Because you're already thinking about the next thing you need to do to catch up to someone else. But catch up to what? To whom? To a curated highlight reel you didn't even have the full context for? Because we never do. And when we don't have the context, we create it in our brains. Now, I'm obviously not anti-social media. I think it's an amazing tool. It creates opportunities, connections, visibility, and some of us even work. I get a lot of work through Instagram, and it would be ridiculous for me to not use it. I've also met a lot of friends through Instagram. I actually really like that side of it. But that's the key word, tool. It should be something we use, not something that uses us. And it helps to remember that social media is not real life. It's a representation, a slice. You wouldn't judge your entire life by one photograph, so why judge someone else's life by one photograph? We need boundaries, not necessarily strict digital detoxes or deleting everything. Again, that might not be possible. But emotional boundaries, mental boundaries. I feel so much better when I don't start my day logging on Instagram and doom scrolling. And again, back to the mental boundaries. It's reminding yourself, I'm scrolling through curated moments, not full stories. Or noticing when scrolling shifts your mood. And stopping, again, that takes some work. Because it is actually a dopamine hit and, your brain starts requiring it more and more and more. It's also asking, is this inspiring me or draining me? And like I said, not scrolling first thing in the morning or also last thing at night. No one teaches us how to use social media in a healthy way. So we have to teach ourselves. I want to offer a little mindset shift. Something you can ask yourself when comparison kicks in. Instead of, I should be doing more, ask, do I actually want to be doing what they're doing? Often the answer is no. You don't want someone else's lifestyle. You just want the feeling you imagine they have. It's all about feelings for us human beings, but that feeling, confidence, excitement, purpose, belonging, you can create those in your own life, in your own way, without copying anyone. But to be able to create that in our own lives, we need to be present in our own lives. So it's about breaking that vicious cycle. Another question. If no one could see what I'm doing, would I still be doing it? Would I still want to do it? If the answer is yes, that's alignment. If the answer is no, maybe it's just comparison dressing itself up as ambition. Let's remember something important. Everyone posts through their insecurities. Even the most successful, polished, accomplished people online are human. Everyone has doubts. Everyone has bad days. Everyone can feel overwhelmed. Everyone can question their past, can compare themselves to everyone else. And everyone also has imposter syndrome sometimes. All of these things are true. I don't care how perfect someone's page looks. No one is immune to the human experience. And often people post the most when they feel the least secure, because posting becomes a way to feel enough or visible or validated. Because, like me, you'll get a message saying, your life is amazing, how do you do it? Remind yourself that you're only seeing a frame, not the film. You don't know what someone else's life is like, what their reality is like. We are too addicted to creating stories. We are storytellers. So we need to create the right stories, not about someone else's reality. When the girl from the fashion shoot reached out, her message reminded me that the way people see you is rarely the way you see yourself. She saw someone working constantly, achieving constantly, always doing something. Meanwhile, I know the full story. I know the days I do nothing, the moments I feel stuck, which could be quite often, the things that terrify me, the times I doubt everything. But people only see the highlights. And you know what? That made me realize something important. You never know who's watching you and feeling inspired, even when you feel like you're not doing enough. I talked a little bit about this in a previous episode, and it's about the ripple effect your energy has without you realizing. You might actually be inspiring someone during what you consider your quiet or unproductive times. So I want to leave you with a few gentle reminders. You are not behind. You are not less than. You're doing your life at your own pace, and that is enough. What you see online is not the whole story, not even close. Comparison is normal, but it doesn't have to control you. Social media is a tool. It should be used as such. It's not a measuring stick. And gratitude grows when you stop looking sideways and start looking inward. It's okay to want things. It's okay to have goals. But don't let someone else's highlight reel dictate how you feel about your journey, or miss it altogether. Because when we focus on something else but ourselves and our own lives, we could miss our own highlight reel. You're allowed to be proud of where you are now, even if you're still growing. Even if you're still figuring things out, because we all are.